You can change your face. I'm sure many of people have told you that's impossible, and they're not completely wrong. Most things on your face you can't change. But here are the 7 things that you can do to make your face much better looking. First is to reduce your body fat. By decreasing your body fat, you create a more chiseled face in general. Your cheeks look less babyish, and your jawline looks more like a steel cutter. Look at this guy right here. You can clearly see a difference in his face. That can be you. Now, before you start eating 1,000 calories a day, there are a couple of things that you should keep in mind. First, don't do a cut too quickly. If you're skinny fat, or even fat with little muscle, try to go on a bulk first and build up muscle. And then, 6 to 12 months later, you then get your cut. Remember the common saying, you have to earn the cut. The cut will go crazy. The next thing you can do is have the correct tongue posture. There have been numerous studies that show people that breathe through their nose have much better looking faces than those that breathe through their mouth. This is because when you breathe through your nose, your tongue rests on the roof of your mouth. And by doing this, you're then pushing the rest of your face outwards. Many people think that they can't breathe through their nose. It's just stuffed. Well, might not be able to hear it, but I'm pretty stuffy right now, and there's not been a time, unless I've had something artificial clogging my nose, that I haven't been breathing through my nose. Because however much air you can get through breathing your nose is generally enough to breathe. There's some really unusual circumstances where that may not be the case. But I've had 85% clog on my left nose and a completely clogged right nose, and I've been able to breathe. Just make sure not to do those things. That's unnecessary and not good for you. And don't force the tongue posture either. When you're breathing, just remember how to mew, which is you suck the top of your tongue into your mouth instead of pushing against it. Instead of doing this, instead suck it. And just do that for however much you can throughout the day. You don't gotta be super religious about it. If you remember it, do it. But just breathing through your nose is gonna have a huge benefit on you. The effects you will see in your face will be immaculate. And the next thing is something that none of us have, and that's head posture. With all the computers, tablets, phones, everyone is always looking down, and that creates really bad head posture. I'm sure some of my friends will enjoy this video because I do sometimes have my neck out that far when I'm actually on a computer, phone, or a laptop. Nerd neck, as it is called, can be fixed with a couple of things. First is to give yourself a double chin just like this, and then hold it there for 2 seconds. Doing like, I don't know, 10 reps of this a day. It's simple, but not the most effective method. The most effective method is to work on your posture in the gym. Train your mid and lower traps by doing shrugs, but especially by doing Y and T raises, like these right here. I find these really easy to just do during your rest periods, instead of just sitting down, banging over with your head down, looking at social media. Neck size. While perhaps not part of the face on a technicality basis, the neck can really contribute to the look of a face. Look at the individuals on screen. You can see quite a difference, can't you? It's just like head posture. Having a good sized neck makes you look more confident and big. If you're interested in training your neck, the only way to do it is through neck curls. It's either to buy the specific neck training gear at Amazon, where you have weights attached and you just keep doing this. Or you can do the broke man's way, which is to find a box or like a bench, lay down on it with your neck hanging off the side, put a towel, shirt, hoodie, something on your forehead, and then put like a 25-pound weight on it and curl up. And just do that for reps. Make sure to do it at a high rep amount, given that it's your neck and it's important that you don't do anything bad to it. And make sure to do some basic neck stretches for like 5 minutes to make sure you got it flexible. And that way you have a lower chance of injury. Next is to do face exercises. You can either do these things here while you're just watching YouTube or something. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. I say it doesn't hurt, but I think what's more important is to eat tougher foods. The human jaw was made with eating hard meats and other foods in mind. And so the optimal jaw is worked out and grown through eating tougher foods. Studies show that children that eat tougher and chewier foods develop better faces and have higher face bone density than those that don't eat tough and chewy foods. Easy example of tough and chewy foods would be steak, nuts, and corn. When you're eating these, you'll basically feel the testosterone flowing throughout your body. Next, take care of your beard. If you don't have much of a beard, make sure to be clean shaven and shave at least once every 3 to 4 days. If you have a beard, I recommend you go check out an online video As you can probably tell, I don't really got much facial hair going on here. But what I have learned from my limited online research is that you leave the cheeks and sideburns shorter than the chin and the lip area. Beards aren't for everybody, but statistically are more attractive on average for most people, unless you have a very, very good jawline, in which case being clean shaven to show it off might be beneficial. But in that case, you might just want to have a stubble anyways, because it makes you look more masculine. And lastly is to take care of your face. As you can see, this is the one that I have to improve upon the most. There's this really bad 2-year period, and I'll show some photos up on screen, where I had horrible, severe acne. This was caused by me being inconsistent and not having a strong enough plan for my face care regimen. I would miss days at a time. I would go 3 days without ever actually washing my face. I was even hesitant to even start skincare before it was already pretty bad, because I thought it was gay or for women. But what all fixed it for me is that a year and a half ago I went to see a dermatologist, and she put me on hard acne care, which created a lot of problems in the short term. But now I'm seeing consistent growth month over month, where it's starting to get better. I should have a cleanish face by the time I graduate high school. And like I said, there's nothing girly or gay about doing skincare. It's simply just a way so you don't look horrible and ugly. It's no different than going to the gym. And that right there is all you can really do to create an attractive face. If you still don't like the way you look, just understand that there's nothing else you can do, and you're gonna have to move on with it. Focus on things that you can change, like your money, your confidence, your style, or your body. Given that focusing on things you can't change is not going to be any good for you. If you found help from this video, make sure to subscribe, as I'm a small channel and I can take all the help I can get. And make sure to put in the work, put in the hour, and think better. Alright, raising some chads online. This video. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas!